everyone. And I say it respectfully. It's not, and that's okay. Today's currently July 11th, 2025. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. They're willing to blackmail you against you. You never have malicious intentions. That is just different. You're not wrong for speaking up for yourself when someone says that they're going to make sure that your voice doesn't matter. Game stalking is real until it's your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. To the genuine ones with no intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end. You matter, you're worthy. Never give up on yourself because someone gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter, you're worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. The unconditional love is different. Balance truly going within. You actually thinking. Being authentic, truly having potential. Certain folks wasn't trying to get to know you, but you weathered that storm anyway. At the end of the day, being your biggest cheerleader when he wasn't trying to root for you, they tried to discourage you, but you didn't dim your light because God showed you your point of view when it came to your faith. That confidence is different because God didn't make a mistake. Healing childhood trauma going into your adulthood, still being patient with time and day to understand your reflection. That testimony hits different. Understanding why you understand your confidence. That energy is different. It was never for likes and views of clout chasing. When you was truly rooting yourself for when God gave you balance when it comes to knowledge, regardless if you came from poverty and pain or not. They would never understand how God fixed your crown when you didn't have to wild out. The disrespect was real. They said that you was mentally ill, or because you was being authentic, actually being your authentic self, truly having potential. People picked and choose who they wanted to bully when it came to you at the end of the day, because they said that they rather take your kindness or weakness, or because of the fact that you truly had a heart when they try to dim your light, but God made it bright. That energy is different. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. When you fall from a hater, that vision actually goes within. They would never understand how you wasn't trying to lose yourself another day, only to realize the whole of my second God allowed you to see a reflection. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. You had a distraction for distraction, but you understood that you wasn't trying to be a bad habit. Hurting yourself with your own verbs, only realize God was keeping the real when God brought you balance, acknowledge your worth. That unconditional love hits different. Overcoming the storm, how did you weather it? They would never understand. They was throwing sport right to left. They would never understand that you didn't stop loving you. When they try to paint you up to be the villain in their story, how God was really showing your point of view. You're worthy, you matter. They didn't know how to pour into your cup at the end. They wanted to show it, change, take your kind so we can disrespect you. They said that you didn't have potential. The disrespect was loud, but you still knew how to respect your neighbor. Even when they wanted to see you down, let don't see you frown. God was maintaining your smile. How you have folks gang stalking you right to left, throwing smoke at you in the most toxic way. They was energy harvesting off your energy, but energy will never put respect on your name. That unconditional love hits different. They will never understand how did you overcome that storm. That testimony, hold on one second, hits different when God wasn't showing you the wrong direction. When God revealed the enemy alone, the devil. Understand that, hold on one second. God exists in God's reflection hits different going within when you understand balance. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Unconditional love, that elevation is different. When you realize you're not trying to hurt yourself with your own vocabulary, living in fear wasn't part of your vocabulary. I can't fumble me because you couldn't see my worth. I couldn't fumble me because you wanted to kick me down. I couldn't fumble me because you wanted me to be stared at wrong direction, become my worst sinning. But hold on one second, I already knows how to feel to lose myself. That energy is different. When you're praying to go within, the enemy alone, devil will never understand your growth when it comes to maturing, going within. Yeah, folks that know how to respect you, but don't pour into you. They could create a hate train to go against you, but that never stopped you from elevating, understanding self love. Hold on one second, you was far from that crash out when he said that you was a dummy. No, you have to say for me. Oh my God, neighbor, they said that was you. The tame butterfly, giving up. That balance is different. God fixed your crown and maintain your smile. Poverty and pain actually made you the man and woman that you're becoming, and they would never understand how. You have folks poisoning your food, let alone your drink, let alone your narcotics. Then when you spoke up for yourself, they said that you was mentally ill, wilding out. But all you was doing was just keeping it real, trying to save another soul when you least expect it. Only the rest that God allowed you to be united with all the right people that's truly for you when the enemy wanted you to wild out. They didn't want you to unite with your folks. Regardless if y'all was blood related or not, they didn't want to see you woke. It was never for likes and views of cloud chasing or fame. When you got God in your life, understanding how to pray. You praying to go within every single day. Got your next door neighbor, different tax bracket, throwing sport right to left. Sending you chaos, confusion, dizzy spells, making sure that the only ones that you continue to be mentally ill. How they pay him a nice little couple of change, or whatever the case may be, just to continue to control the narrative of your life. Only because God was willing to treat you right. At first, they said that God wasn't real, but God allowed you to see why you overcame that storm. When folks wanted to do you wrong, happy tears hits different. They said, how can you possibly smile living in poverty and pain and be the train of thought from you wasn't trying to lose yourself another day? The energy is different. The unconditional love hits different. Imagine losing yourself just to find you. And it was never for likes of you because that inner healing going within it actually hits different. Nobody would be able to understand you. You wasn't wearing a mask. You knew how to respect your neighbor even when they couldn't weather their own storm. They had to do you wrong because of the fact that you understood calmness and they couldn't relate to a stay in their lane. They wanted to dim your life, but God showed you why. You never gave up on yourself another day. Always be yourself with no one less intentions. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. I love to talk about love. Nah, for real, I really do. Love is real, love is one of a kind. Imagine overcoming the blind side of the situation, only for God to show you a light to understand your reflection. It was lust that was part of your past. They had to play with spoke only was a true love didn't last. You know what that person that truly wasn't for you, the person that became the lesson, and only was the blessing came into your life, it wasn't a rejection. Someone truly protecting your heart when it comes to your mental health. Someone wasn't doing it for likes, so views or clout chasing all to be physical. Emotionally make you make you feel like you're supposed to be unavailable. Abusing you. I mean that respectfully, like no, for real, for real. Someone truly keeping it real with you. Someone protecting your mental health, bringing peace into your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments. Someone truly keeping it real with you, pouring into you. It wasn't a game. It was real love. That unconditional love is different when someone knows how to maintain your smile, showing you it's okay that you have a safe place. Who would have known you gained the love and the best friend, let alone a business partner, all in one, only was all in 1 second. God allows you to see why you believe in your faith. Because true love wasn't supposed to hurt. How someone is truly praying for you, not against you. Someone sees you, hears you. It wasn't lust. Finally, a chapter that you can actually relate to, a reality that you can actually see. You can actually see that someone brings the best, like the most healthiest way. Y'all both on the same page. It became a miracle. Someone's trying to have their cake and eat it too. Someone wasn't trying to switch up when you don't wear a mask. The energy is different. When someone can truly show you that pain's not part of this chapter. You're going to lose folks in your life, but that's the norm when it comes to reality. But the love of your life wasn't trying to do you wrong when the world's against you, when they trying to see you frown. When the love of your life shows you why you elevate in the most healthiest way. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. When God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with those intentions. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless who's in the background trying to rob me mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, or even projecting a hate crime towards me at the end of the day. I don't live in fear. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya Jalen Respect. My content is not for everyone. True love is not supposed to hurt. And when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. They don't got hate in their vein. That jealousy and envy don't have has not within them. And I say that respectfully. They understand why they weathered in the storm, why they trying to show up for themselves and do themselves wrong another day. It wasn't running from their past. That ain't just different when they acting mature, acting they violent, the shoe size. Elevation is different when you have the right people in your life. They see you, they hear you, and they respect your intentions. It was never competition when the right people truly in your life. And I say that respectfully. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. Humanity worthy. My content is not for everyone. Never give up on yourself when someone says you don't have potential and they're willing to blackmail you against you. Gang stalking is real until it's your household. You're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chase at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. I'm nice and respect. And when it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. And I work by myself, and I say that respectfully, and I always have. Regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me, hack my devices, or whatever case may be, I work by myself when it comes to my creativity. No third party. People at jobs and Hayes and envy. Oh my God, I don't got time for that bullshit. No, for real, nobody got time for that. I'm not even on the spot. When you're your biggest cheerleader, golf is one person watching you at the end of the day. Never stop losing faith, and I say that respectfully. Understanding regardless who's in the background, saying you ain't got potential. Never stop, no, never stop dimming the light within you. The unconditional love hits different being truthful to you. Regardless at the end of the day, if you are an entrepreneur or not, never lose the vision of loving you. A dream truly coming true while you don't overlook you. I'm not aging of a spot. God was never for sale. God was never for likes and views of cloud chasing alone fame. We ain't the same. And we damn sure don't pray the same at the end of the day. And I said everything, but I still don't respect my neighbor, no misintentions. No, for real, I don't got jealousy, hate, or envy in my veins. Always be yourself. Peace and respect, so respect your neighbor, otherwise you anywhere they don't damn you like go, you neighbor don't damn you like. I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Today is currently July 11th, 2025. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.